Hello, so this is DevLog3 now. This week I didn't get as much done as I'd liked with the game in particular, but I did get all of the menus set up. So if I show you that now, if you load it up, you can use this cursor for the mouse, or you can use the actual in-game cursor. And right now I'm using a controller, it actually works with the inputs. If you're wondering about the art, that was done by a friend of mine, who I have put in the credits down here. I've also credited a YouTuber for the controller cursor script because it's heavily taken from that, if I'm being honest. I had to make some adjustments to it with the pause because it was based on delta time, so it didn't work with the timescale set 0. So I changed that slightly, but that's the only change I made, so I felt like I kind of had to credit it. Hope that's okay. If not, I will change that by the time it's uploaded, and I'll make a note of that too. But if you try and return to menu from any of these screens, it asks if you're sure. Click yes. I've also got a control screen, which has the prompts for this, and I've color coded each of them so you can kind of figure out what they do. So melee and 5 all the same colour because they're damage. Pause is red because stop. Jump is green just because it's a different colour, I'll be honest. Same with these two, they're just different colours. But I've used the same colour scheme on the controller scheme as well. So the keyboard scheme as well, so they do match, kind of syncs up, so it's consistent. I should also mention you've got quit as well, which does the same thing, but obviously it's in a scene so you can't actually quit, but it does work. I'll just click no. Story. Don't have anything for this really yet. I'll add more to it, but right now I've just kind of got a generic idea of what it's going to be. Level select. It's going to be locked until you finish the game, so I've just put this message in for now. Not set anything up with that really yet. And if you start the game, takes you to the sample scene, and you can now pause the game too. It works pretty much the same. Also, as you just saw probably, he went from a jump, so for some reason, when you select in this mode, he does change to a jump animation. Nothing else runs. I don't know why that does. But doesn't seem to affect anything, so it's not too bad, but just a weird bug. But yeah, you've got a keyboard then as well. So like I say, you've got the controls here, so you can check them and reference them here. Menu is still here, so you can still, comes with this prompt, so you don't just quit them immediately. And you can either resume from clicking resume, or by clicking escape again. And as you can see, like nothing else moves in the world. This object's moving now. Paused? No, it's not. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got set up this week. It was kind of a mixed bag in terms of difficulty because I have done menus before in the past, so actually getting the UI set up with all the buttons that go to different scenes and all that stuff wasn't too bad. Did look into panels to get pop-ups and stuff though, so I didn't have like a million scenes. But so that was slightly new, but that didn't take too long to research. The big thing was the cursor and timescale, because I kept running into loads of issues with the timescale because, like I say, the controller cursor wasn't working. So I had to do loads of research to figure out why that was. Found out about changing delta time to, I forgot what it's called now. I'll just find the script. Cursor script. Yeah, I need to sort this out again. It's gotten quite messy. Server. Okay, so yeah, you can see around where time is added here. Unscaled delta time. That's it. Had to change it to that, which now means it's not affected by the game time. But yeah, that took a while, and just finding this script, and even though I used the YouTube video because I wanted to actually understand what I was doing, I watched it like 3 times, so I spent like 2 hours alone just doing this script. So I mean, the menu script, like I say, I've done this before, and it's a very simple script, so that wasn't an issue. Pause as well was pretty simple. My friend kind of gave me a little bit of help with that. He was the one who told me to do timescale, and then from there it was just like figuring out how to set up a ball so it's paused or not. So that wasn't too bad. Same with like UI, so it actually comes up. Something that wasn't really that much work. It was mainly just the cursor, and while the menus currently are very simple, it was still quite time consuming to set up that many menus, and like I say, the panel thing was new, so it actually checks if you want to quit first, because I've not done that before. But I've got, if I find the stuff here, I can show you how it's actually set up in the game. So I've got like a check quit script, which just checks if you actually want to do something or not. So that's where it comes with the panel. then runtime only, check quit script is open, which runs off the level select here. So it's not anything too complicated, but it all works, it functions. I think the only potential bug I've noticed besides the weird animation change in the game, which I've got no idea about that, but like I say, it doesn't really affect anything. You can overlay these, and like if you go down to close, it does that. If they, that's again not really an issue though. I don't think. Like sure, you can overlay all this, and it becomes kind of a mess. But there aren't multiple things, like it becomes unreadable because they all stack over each other anyway. So it's not a huge issue. Obviously, it would be better if it didn't do that. And I imagine you could probably set up fairly easily by just putting in like, if a panel is already open or whatever. But I don't know. I'll probably add that in the polish phase. Right now, I've got the menus to work. Pretty happy with it. And yeah, that's the work this week I've done. So yeah, hopefully, I feel like I'm in a good spot with the game. Next week I'll probably get the boss fight set up, finish off the main code the week after that, and then actually make the levels. And at that point, just adding in sound stuff like that, and the game should be pretty close to finished. Outside of just general polish and stuff. So yeah, feeling pretty good about it at the minute.